Hey everyone, it's Teemu here. Today I'm going to tell you if it's actually easier to play with an open tuning. Yes, that's the short answer. And now please let me explain why I think that's the correct answer here. First of all, once we tune the guitar to an open tuning, it basically means that the open strings are forming a chord. So in this case I'm having like an open C add 9 chord. That's beautiful, but then, you know, in this situation I can basically play a song with just using one finger here. So here's an example. I just play like a 3-chord chord progression here. And if you want to take that even further, we can use 2 fingers and then, you know, have even a little bit more like a melody out there. So here's the same example, but now instead of playing with 1 finger, I play with 2 fingers. So that's like the easiest explanation for like why it becomes a lot more easier to play with an open tuning. Also, if I decide to use the lowest 3 strings here, I can still play a lot of different chord progressions that can be used for songwriting, for different parts, and, you know, basically writing a complete song with that. Whether it's like a metal song or just typical like singer-songwriter kind of song or pop song or whatever. But besides that, like really simple approach with like 1 or 2 or, well, I kind of use 3 fingers. The other reason why I think open tunings are making playing a lot more easier is that because tuning the guitar to an open tuning, scales are becoming more symmetrical, which means that playing scales are becoming a little bit more easier in a way. And let me demonstrate quickly what I mean with this open tuning that I'm using today. So basically I can use the same finger pattern here with this tuning, but the only difference is at the G string, and let me show you. So that was just purely improvised scale playthrough, and as you can see, you know, the only difference here was at the G string where I had a little bit different approach. I had to use the middle finger the first time in this position here, and it's basically, I played the C minor scale here, and also it's possible to use the open strings as well. Something like that, and you know, it's possible to take it even further, and it doesn't take a lot of effort to be able to do that. That kind of answered to the third point that I had for this. Actually, the third reason why I think open tunings are awesome and why it's a lot easier to play with that open tuning, it's because I think you sound better once you start using it, with a lot less effort. Like once you're playing with standard tuning, bar chords can be a little bit tricky, and open chord shapes. So with open tunings, I think it becomes a lot easier to actually be able to like create songs and make the chords you are using a lot more interesting, and I think, yeah, in general sound better. That's kind of opinion about us. So the fact is that the chords are, I think they are becoming more like advanced in a way, because it's possible to use open strings there a little bit more that are in the key that we're using, which means that the chord structure is becoming a little bit like, it's not a typical way, but also it adds a little bit cool color to it. So here is an example of using open strings and just a simple chord shape and just moving it around. I think with just that approach, it would be a lot easier to just get started with the open tunings. Right now, the early access to my hybrid course has been opened, and during that course, I'm discussing more about these different kind of open tunings I've been using. I've done research about and showing you the ways how to get started with them and give the tools that helps you to get started songwriting with all the kinds of tunings. So far, I think there are at least 5 tunings that I'm going to discover. A lot of them are going to be open tunings, and I'm going to add a lot more in the future. Different tunings, different tools, different assignments. So if you're a songwriter or a guitar player, I believe you're going to find a lot more value from that course. You're going to find a lot more tools to get started with different kind of tunings, and that helps a lot when you want to get started with songwriting, or if you have already started songwriting but are looking for different ways to approach it and find the inspiration once you're using just guitar for it. So if you're interested, go check out the link below that I have for the early access. And yeah, I would love to see you on that course. Please hit thumbs up if you like this video. Remember to subscribe for more content like this. And yeah, hopefully see you on the next one. Goodbye.